Howdy howdy, Cody here with Creation Outdoors, and today I'm coming at you with another video looking at another piece of hunting gear that's been recently released that has had quite a bit of anticipation and talk about it. And that piece of gear that I'm really looking forward to using this fall is actually a new Pant line that First Lite has come out with. And specifically for me, I'm going to be talking about the Obsidian Foundry Pant from First Lite that was recently released. And specifically, this is in the Specter camouflage pattern, so their new whitetail specific camouflage pattern. And so I thought it might be valuable for those that are looking into getting these pants themselves if I shared a couple of my thoughts and opinions about them after having them for a little bit. And so without further ado, let's get rolling. So I actively avoided getting the Obsidian Pant from First Lite prior to this, mainly because there was a lot of reports about the wind would blow and they would fall apart, indicating or implying that the durability just was not there in those pants. I really like the idea of having a merino pant, especially for layering, because as a tree stand hunter, a lot of times that layering is important to me, and also kind of the natural scent elimination or scent reduction properties of merino. And so I like the concept, but the first iteration of their Obsidian pants, I think, maybe missed the mark a little bit simply because of durability. And so that, I think, has been the main focus of First Lite for this revamped Obsidian Foundry Pant. And so a couple of things that they did to increase durability. One is in the lower leg. And so essentially from the knee down and actually wrapping all the way around the cuff at the bottom of the pant is actually the corrugate material. And so it's a little bit stretchy and a little bit more durable. And I actually have the corrugate pants that I like a lot. And I put them really through the ringer last year, especially in Washington on an elk hunt. And I found that this material is actually quite durable and pretty robust. And so I think that that'll really help increase the durability of this portion of the pant. And so they did the same thing actually for the seat of the pant, and that extends down kind of into the crotch area of the pant, because a lot of people were having issues with the merino wool just tearing in the crotch. And so I think reinforcing these areas of the pant is a great place to start for increasing the durability of what is essentially a really great merino base pant. So the other things that I like about this pant are the new and improved suspender system that they have. And so again, that was one of my main complaints actually about my corrugate pants, is that they don't have suspenders. And for me, that really would have helped a lot. And so First Lite has come out with a new suspender attachment system where they kind of clip onto the side of the pant and they're all kind of connected in the back. And so I think that's really valuable. And so far, I've really thought that they're pretty comfortable and really quite nice. And so I think that moving forward, I'm going to like that a lot. The other things I like about this pant are that they have pockets on both sides, both zipper and a pouch pocket. And they have zipper pockets on the back of the pant as well. I'm always a fan of more pockets, especially, again, tree stand hunting. I think it's super nice to have places to put a rangefinder or a wind checker, things like that. And so I think having those pockets is also pretty nice. The other thing that they did with these pants is they have numerical sizing. And so I'll talk a little bit about the fit here. For me, personally, I think they fit really great in terms of true to size and the overall shape of the pant. I've been reading that there's some concerns about them kind of being like skinny jeans or maybe too fitted for people, but I didn't experience that. Now, they are a little bit more tight at the bottom compared to a straight leg pants like my previous corrugate pants. But for me, I think that's nice because essentially you're trying to reduce the amount of excess material there that's going to catch on stuff and provide issues. And for me, I also relatively often wear knee-high rubber boots. And so putting these into those boots, I think, is also nice with a little bit of a reduction of the material at the bottom of the pant. Some people wish that they had a little bit longer or different inseam sizes, which I can see based on your body shape. But for me, they work pretty well. And as a comparison to the corrugates are definitely a straight leg pant, where these are a little bit fitted. But overall, I like them quite a bit, and they fit pretty true to size. With the suspenders, I think you should be able to find something that will work for you, or at least I hope so. Also, as part of a layering system, these being merino, I'm planning on these being part of a layering system. I think that reduction of material around the leg is going to be nice, because then it's going to limit the amount of bulk that you have on the lower portion of your body. And so for that reason, the fit for me is a win, and I really like the way that these new Obsidian Foundry pants fit. Now for some things that I wish these pants had that they don't have. And most of the assets that I think that they should have are actually found over on the corrugate Foundry pant. And those are some side vents I think would be nice. And those are present on the corrugate pant, where there's zipper on the side of the leg just for breathability purposes. And the other thing is, it might be nice actually to have some removable knee pads in these as well. So those are a feature on the new corrugate Foundry pants that I think are pretty valuable. But I think having those features that are also in this merino base pant could be pretty useful for a number of different purposes, whether that's spot and stalk, or even having the knee pads while you're saddle hunting to be against the tree. I think that those are some nice features that I wish that they would have included on both pants. But I understand, you can't do everything at once, and so maybe on the next iteration of the Obsidian Foundry pants. The last thing that I want to talk about is actually this First Lite Specter Camo pattern. And I don't necessarily want to like it, because it was a little bit of a farce the way that First Lite came out with this camo pattern when everyone was hoping for these new whitetail lines and windstopper and things like that. But I actually think it'll be really good for people in the Midwest that are whitetail hunting. That's one of my main complaints about the fusion pattern, which I've been running so far, is that it's a little bit vibrant. It's quite bright. It's a little bit much, I think, for a color pattern. And so this Specter pattern, I think, will be really good, because it's a little bit more muted. There's a little bit more earthy tones, or it's a little bit more gray, that I think is useful for both tree stand and ground hunting. Now, there are things like the Sitka elevated pattern that I think work great in a tree stand, but on the ground you stick out like a sore thumb. And so I think that this new Specter pattern that's a little bit more muted and a little bit more of a balance of a couple of these different things will actually be really great in the whitetail woods. So that's all I wanted to share with you today about these new Obsidian Foundry pants. Overall, I like them quite a bit. I'm going to wear them throughout turkey season, turkey hunts, and scouting in the summer and through the fall. And maybe I'll do a follow-up video or keep you posted along the way as to how I like them and how they hold up through a season, because I really am going to put them to the test. And so if you found this valuable, I'd appreciate if you'd subscribe. It's free, it's easy for you, and it would really help me out a lot. And that way you can stay up to date on how these pants hold up throughout the season. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I will read them, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And maybe that may impact your decision whether or not to buy these new Obsidian Foundry pants. And so with that, I appreciate your time, and I thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.